Oh, hey! It's Friday, May the 3rd. So glad you're here. Emily Taylor's here. Here's what we're working on this morning. One person is in custody after two people were found dead in a home in St. Catharines.
Auto sales in Canada jumped up 14% last month.
And oh yeah, the Maple Leafs survive and force a Game 7. We might talk about that a bit. And you know what? Listen, it was a comedy of errors. I came in here. It was like a clown show. I showed up. I spilled my water. Now things aren't working. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No.
It's going to be okay.
No. For one, it's Friday. And for two, the Leafs won. So we have the Game 7 tomorrow. So we're all good, Brian.
That's right. I know. I came in this morning and said, Tim, are you smiling today?
Well, here's the thing, too, is because I want to watch the games live. I want to see them live. So I watched the first period, went to bed, shut it off, and then woke up even earlier than I normally do and watch it live, like in a truncated form.
Yeah.
So, but feeling good.
Okay, feeling good.
Great to have you, Em.
When you went to bed, it was what, 0-0 still?
0-0,
yeah. Okay, so you're like, could go either way. We don't know what's going to happen, and then
and then
nice
you want
surprise.
to stay because you want to stay away from your phone because you can get stuff on your phone. But we're all good. And we're coming off. Yesterday was the best day so far this year.
Oh, beautiful.
It couldn't get any better than that.
Yep, it was comfortable. We had a 21-degree high yesterday is what we got to, but lots of sunshine. Today, not so much. Yeah, I wish it was going to be a lovely May weekend. I know because that's what we want, but no, we're looking at clouds and showers rolling in. Now it's going to start out to be fairly sunny today. The sun is coming up soon, about 7 minutes actually from now. So we'll see the sun this morning, and then there's a chance of a shower or a thunderstorm later on this afternoon. But today should be a little bit cooler, about 16 degrees, particularly for Hamilton, Burlington. A little bit of an easterly flow off the lake, and that'll keep our temperature subdued. So possible showers today. Looks like showers tomorrow morning again. And we'll talk about the weekend coming up. Let's talk traffic here this morning. 403 Waterdown Road. Nothing to see. Looks pretty light right there, so no problems in the Hamilton area. I want to show you this shot. Oh, they changed the direction of this camera. They can do that. It's their camera. This is MTO traffic cameras. I was going to show you that beautiful sunrise, but they changed the camera location, direction. Here's the Red Hill Creek camera. Nothing there. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge looking good so far. So we'll keep you posted. We'll look at weather and traffic coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, the news.
All right, thanks, Brian. Up first, Niagara Police's homicide unit is investigating after the bodies of a man and a woman were found in a St. Catharines home yesterday morning. That's where we find Simone Gavros, joins us live from Queenston Street in St. Catharines with more on what we know. Good morning, Simone.
Hi, good morning, Tim. Well, I'm here on Queenston Street and Lawrence Street here in St. Catharines, and you can see behind me that this is a home that's right on Queen Street that is still blocked off with police tape as police are continuing to investigate what exactly happened here. Now, to give you an idea of the area, it's incredibly residential. There's a number of homes in the area, but the street itself on Queenston is there's a lot of traffic along this area, so we're going to be speaking to neighbors here this morning. Now, police say they were called to the home around 9 a.m. Thursday morning. That's when they found the bodies of a man and a woman inside. The details of the two victims have not been released just yet to the public. Now, the homicide unit has now taken over the investigation given the nature of this crime. Forensic teams were here yesterday as well to process the scene. Now, police say one person is in custody, and they say they don't believe this was a random attack. Now, police haven't indicated the relationship the person in custody had with the victims or if they've been charged. Now, we have reached out to Niagara Police for more details on exactly what took place here when they did find these bodies around 9 a.m. yesterday morning. And we'll be also talking to neighbors as well and bring that to you throughout the morning. But for now, Emily, I'll send things over to you.
Thanks, Simone. Police and the fire marshal are investigating after a man died in a house fire in Welland yesterday morning. Just before 11 a.m., the Welland Fire Department, along with the police and paramedics, were called to a home on David Street. People in the area say two adult brothers lived inside the home. The fire chief says one person made it out, but the body of a man was later found inside the house. One dog also died. The fire chief adds that it's not the first time they've come to this home. This is the third fire in the past few years. The cause is still under investigation, but it's not believed to be criminal in nature.
A woman accused of first-degree murder testified about the victim in a Hamilton court yesterday, describing the man who was killed as a criminal, a sex trafficker, and a drug dealer. Lucy Lee was charged with first-degree murder along with Oliver Carafa in the killing that took place back in February of 2021. The victim was Tyler Pratt, was found shot to death outside a warehouse in Stony Creek, while his partner, Jordan Romano, was shot and injured. He testified that Pratt and Romano wanted to go into business with Carafa, bringing in girls from Vancouver and South America, managing the girls. She called it a prostitution or escort business and human trafficking, which she said is not right. She added that her husband and Pratt were planning to start a new marijuana grow-up and found a warehouse in Stony Creek. That was where Pratt was found dead after being shot 6 times.
Some homeowners on the Hamilton Mountain narrowly escaped disaster after a transport truck crashed onto their properties yesterday morning. A neighbor says it took a tree stump to prevent the Mack trailer truck from crashing into her home. She says it happened around 9:30 when the truck blasted through the backyard barrier that faces the Lincoln Alexander Parkway, sending shockwaves inside her home. Thankfully, her family was safe. Hamilton police say the truck was traveling west on the link and eventually veered into the eastbound lanes, crashing through the soundproof barrier. The driver of the truck was transported to hospital in stable condition. 2 men were taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries after a serious head-on collision in Milton last night. Emergency responders were called to the area of 6th Line south of number 25 Side Road in Milton around 5:20 p.m. yesterday evening. Police say initial investigation shows a Honda Civic driven by a 20-year-old man from Milton was traveling southbound on the road when it collided with a 29-year-old man from Acton driving a Mazda in the opposite direction. Both drivers were taken to hospital with serious life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. The Ford government won both provincial by-elections yesterday. In Milton, PC candidate Z. Hamed won a tight race against the Liberal candidate Galen Naidoo-Harris.
Feeling excited. I'm very humbled by the support and ready to get it done.
And yeah, what does this mean for the Progressive Conservative Party? What does it mean moving forward? A big win, obviously, here in Milton.
I think people in Milton recognize the work we're getting done. People in Milton recognize we're working for the people and to deliver. And now it's our turn to work hard and get things done.
Hamid took the seat with just 47% of the vote. The Milton election was widely seen as a test for Bonnie Crombie, who took the leadership of the Liberal Party last December. Milton's seat has been vacant since the cabinet minister, Parm Gill, resigned to run with the federal Conservatives. The other by-election was held in Landon, Kent, Middlesex, a Tory stronghold. PC candidate Steve Pincio took the seat with 56% of the vote.
Okay, shipping up to Boston, as the famous Dropkick Murphy song says, is exactly what the Maple Leafs will be doing tomorrow night as they extended their season with a second straight win, this time on home ice, and without Austin Matthews once again. But another one of their stars took over.
Gets it out, away goes Knives. Nylander, breakaway to Trent, scores! William Nylander doubles down.
So after scoring the opening goal right at the end of the second period, Willie Nylander ended a 14-game goalless streak and then potted the eventual winner with under 3 minutes to go. And for the 4th straight time, a playoff series between the Leafs and Bruins will come down to a Game 7. Joseph Woll tested at times once again in the Leafs net. He was helped by a wonderful defensive effort by Toronto, but he was there when a big save was needed. Now, Boston would score with 1 second left on the clock, so he didn't get the shutout, but the Leafs did get the win. That's all that matters. 2-1 the final to fourth, the 7th and deciding game back in Beantown tomorrow night. And for Willie Stiles, he was asked after the game what it's like to play in a Game 7.
Yeah, it's special. I don't know if we've won one yet, so we're up to the test. It was nice to get on the board, scoring 2 goals for sure, but I think proud of our team effort tonight. We battled and competed entire 60, and I mean, Wooler was incredible for us as well.
It was really special hearing how loud the crowd was tonight, and how much support we had, and it was crazy to play in. So I was really happy.
Yeah, the crowd was rocking inside and out in Maple Leaf Square. Leafers hit the road though for Game 7. It goes down tomorrow night in Boston at 8 o'clock.
hands it to him. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Brunson, drive, swing, hard. He connects!
A couple former Raptors are moving on in the NBA playoffs. They're going to face off in the next round. The New York Knicks, who are kind of similar to the Leafs, as they are extremely popular but never win, eliminated Nick Nurse, former Raptors coach, and his Philadelphia 76ers thanks to the 118-115 win in game number 6. Jalen Brunson led the way with 41 points, while former Raptor OG Anunoby had 19 and will face a familiar face in the next round.
They've gone away from trying to post up as well. Siakam!
Yeah, that would be his former teammate, Pascal Siakam, as his Indiana Pacers took down the Milwaukee Bucks, also in 6 games last night. They dominated the Bucks by 22, 120-98. Siakam had 19 of those, and the Pacers win a playoff series for the first time in a decade. They're heading to the Big Apple to kick off the second-round series with the Knickerbockers coming up on Monday.
It is 6:11. It is Friday, and it's the 3rd of May, and we've got a sunrise going on, and we don't have any problems on the roads. 403 and Waterdown Road is moving nicely still so far this morning, and generally all the way around the Horseshoe, we're doing pretty well. Let's go to that shot I wanted to show you right off the top as we go to our MTMO traffic camera. Did they swivel it again? They did. It was a gorgeous shot of the sunrise coming up, but they swiveled the camera around. Oh, well, the best laid plans, you know. Garden City Skyway West looks good. Here's the Red Hill Creek, nothing going on. Fairview Street, all looking good, as you can tell, as we move through Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, all doing fine, even in the Toronto area. 427 Gardner, QEW, doing okay. So as far as the sun is concerned, the sun is up now. The sun came up about 3 minutes ago, so we're going to have a sunny start to the day, and that's what we have, a partly cloudy sky at the moment. Temperature right now 8. The winds are fairly light, and the humidity is up there at 100%. So for school today, we're going to climb to 16. So that's a little shy of what we got to yesterday, actually the past couple of days, but that is seasonal for this time of year. So 16, sun to start, and then chance of showers, possibly even some thunderstorms later on this afternoon as this frontal boundary starts to move its way across us. Now, there is a ridge of high pressure going to the north, but it's going to be fairly weak for us. It's not really going to give us a lot of sunshine, and then it looks like not only showers possible tomorrow morning, but showers during the day on Sunday as well. So today's temperatures, 19 for Niagara, 20 for Cayuga, Simcoe, but 16, 19, 17 degrees for the day with that instability starting to push in. Tonight, again, showers, thunderstorms, but mild. Temperatures anywhere from 10 to 12 to 13. And then tomorrow, not a lot of sunshine, but we could see a little bit later in the day. Chance of showers in the morning. Temperatures milder, 19 to 22 and 23 degrees tomorrow. So that shower activity looks like it's going to be in the morning tomorrow, and then a little bit of sunshine later on. But out the door this morning, partly cloudy, mild temperature right now, 8. Long range coming up. Emily, 10.
All right, our Friday check-in with our good pal, Emily Vukovic. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Coming up in Chit Chat. Do you guys like amusement parks?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not a big roller coaster fan, but I appreciate a good amusement park.
I won't be the one that will hold the jackets. You know, there's always somebody in the group that has to hold.
Me.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm the jacket holder. I will hold your purse and go sit on that rock for 3 hours. There's a new one in Florida.
Is there?
That people are going to want to check out.
Okay.
We are also going to be discussing Airbnbs and how they've come out with these new experiences based on films, musicians, artists.
Yeah.
Very cool if you're an Airbnber. I am not, but I know a lot of people that are.
Okay. I have Airbnb'd in the past.
I have Airbnb'd in the past as well.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not too good for an Airbnb. This is not the reason why.
There could be bougie Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Well,
there are plenty of bougie Airbnbs.
Bougie. I am not too good for an Airbnb because I know viewers are home being like, Emily, she's not too good for it. That is not the case.
We'll see you at the couch. We'll discuss all of this good times on a Friday Chit Chat. We'll see you in a bit. After the break, though, business news. And TD Bank was just hit with a big fine from Canada's financial crime watchdog. And the bank has more on the way. We'll tell you, too. 6:16 on your Friday. Here's some numbers for you. Canadian dollar is up 7 basis points this morning, sitting at 73.19 cents U.S. Gold up 80 cents, 23.10.40 an ounce. Crude oil up 10 cents, 79.05 a barrel. Off to Europe we go. Hey, Europe, happy Friday. Markets are up across the board in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
Over in Asia, markets are up in Hong Kong but closed in Tokyo and Shanghai. And in North American markets, the TSX gained 95 points, the Dow rose 322, and the Nasdaq gained 235.
Well, good morning. So glad you're here on this May the 3rd. Let's get into some business news. And Canada's financial crime watchdog has fined TD Bank $9.2 million for failing to report suspicious transactions. FinTrack says it laid the fine for 5 violations found during a review in March of 2022. So the penalty, it comes against TD only days after the bank said it put aside $450 million because of a U.S. regulatory inquiry into its anti-money laundering compliance program. The bank said its discussions, they're ongoing, but they expect more financial penalties. TD said its program was, quote, insufficient to effectively monitor, detect, report, and respond to suspicious activity, and work is underway to remedy the deficiencies. Last year, FinTrack also fined RBC $7.5 million and CIBC $1.3 million for non-compliant issues related to money laundering and terrorist financing.
Grocery giant Loblaws is pushing back against what it's calling misguided criticism as a push to boycott the company is gaining steam online. At the grocer's annual meeting, Loblaw president and CEO Per Bank and chairman Galen Weston said they aren't responsible for higher food prices. The company then reported profits grew almost 10% year over year to $459 million. A Reddit page created for Canadians to complain about Loblaw and other major grocers where the talks of boycotts began now has 66,000 members. Consumers are frustrated with food prices, which rose by double digits over just a few years, while Canadians' biggest grocers reported record profits.
The Chiefs of Ontario are encouraging First Nations business owners to sign up for a new business directory. So a release from the organization says the directory will include detailed maps displaying where businesses are based, what they do, how to contact them, and other key information. So it's expected to launch publicly sometime next year. In a provided statement, Grand Chief Joel Abrams says the directory is meant to help level the playing field for First Nation businesses and will be a resource for people across Canada who need something done. Sign up online at chiefsofontario.org.
April car sales were up 14% compared with the same month last year, though they're still well below pre-pandemic levels. That's according to DeRozier's automotive consultants, which say auto sales last month totaled 164,000 units. That's higher than April of 2023, which was one of the weakest months for sales last year. The company says the market has seen 18 straight months of year-over-year gains, but momentum appears to be dissipating. Last month's numbers still don't reach pre-pandemic April sales, which totaled more than 180,000 units.
U.S. Federal Trade Commission has given the go-ahead for a major merger between ExxonMobil and Pioneer Natural Resources. So the FTC approved the $64 billion deal on the condition that Pioneer's former CEO, Scott Sheffield, not serve on Exxon's board of directors. Pioneer announced Sheffield's retirement from the company in the spring of last year, but he is still on their board. And according to a securities filing, the oil executive expected to take a seat on Exxon's board after this deal. FTC alleges Sheffield exchanged information with OPEC officers about limiting oil supplies to control prices. Exxon agreed not to add Sheffield to its board and said allegations are, quote, entirely inconsistent with how we do business. Pioneer Natural Resources responded to the accusations, saying Sheffield never sought to collude with other oil producers.
All right, and taking a break now, but Brian will be back with your traffic and 7-day forecast.
Weekend forecast. Good morning, 624. It's Friday. We made it, and it's the 3rd of May, and we have a fairly sunny start. Here's the Garden City Skyway. No problems in traffic at all this morning. Getting a little busier, but still rolling nicely. Top of the Burlington Skyway. East of Bronte looks good. Same with Lauren Park in Mississauga. We'll flip over to the 403 at Burnhamthorpe. All doing fine so far today. Temperatures, we are above seasonal to start the morning. All the way around. 8 Hamilton, 9 Grimsby, 11 Toronto, 12 for Mississauga at the moment. Seasonals, 5 degrees for the overnight low, 16 for the daytime high. That's where we're going to today. Yesterday, we got to 21 degrees, so a little bit cooler today. Those are our records. And yeah, it looks like some instability is going to push in. From a sunny start, we're going to get A mainly cloudy sky by the first bell this morning, and we should be around 12 degrees. 16, but there's that chance of a shower or a thunderstorm later on today as the instability starts to push in, but there it is, 16 today. 12 overnight, still chance of showers, possibly thunderstorms into the evening. Tomorrow, we should hit 19. Now, that shower activity looks like it's going to be in the morning and then a mainly cloudy sky, so not a complete washout. Sunday, we're looking at chance of showers, fairly gray and 18. Back to sunshine Monday and Tuesday. More showers for Wednesday. That's your forecast. Emily, Tim.
Okay, good morning. An extra big bottle of sunscreen may be needed for this one. A tourist company, is offering a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and yes, clothing is optional. I'm interested on what the video of this is. I heard editing has been working day and night on this video with all the pixelating. Oh, good. Okay, thankfully. Yeah, the big nude boat from cruise specialist company Bare Necessities, it's a pretty good name actually, has an 11-day adventure.
That will take passengers to, quote, back to paradise. That's great. Back to paradise. Destinations on the trip include the Bahamas and Puerto Rico. Guests will need to bring some clothes that will have to be worn at the ship's dining rooms. Thank goodness. And they'll also have to sit on towels in other areas, including the stateroom. The boat, named the Norwegian Pearl, can hold around 2,300 passengers. This tour is scheduled to leave Miami on February 3rd and return February 14th. Prices start around $2,000 and go all the way up to over $33,000.
Okay, that's all good. If you want to be in the buff, that's great. The thing is about doing things in the buff are not good. Like eating, or let's say playing pickleball, or
many of the cruise activities.
Bingo,
you were recently on the cruise.
Yeah, there's lots of things. Imagine if
maybe people think better at trivia in this state, no distractions.
All right. Yeah, that's a Friday story for you. Lots more to come on this Friday, including a little rain for the weekend. Brian will bring that for you after the break.